Welcome to another episode from TechMockInterview.com on interview preparation for Amazon leadership principles. Today, we will discuss ownership, one of the most frequently covered topics in Amazon interviews. It's essential to be well prepared on this topic, regardless of the position you're applying for. Let's first talk about the characteristics of a good owner. An owner thinks about long-term values and doesn't sacrifice them over short-term results. Candidates should show examples indicating how they go beyond the responsibilities to contribute to long-term success. It's a concern if an employee avoids making tough decisions, avoids complicated projects, or blames others for mistakes. When mistakes happen, own them and take action to prevent a recurrence. Here are some sample scenarios you might be asked to provide in order to be evaluated on ownership. Taking on work that was not part of your responsibilities in order to benefit customers. A situation that required you to give up a short-term gain to create a path that led to long-term gain or value for the company. An incident where you did not expect to meet a promised deadline. Being an owner means that your decisions should consistently emphasize long-term value and responsibility. Here are some key points showing that you embody the principle of ownership. Problem ownership. You should indicate times when you took the lead in solving challenging problems, ensuring its completion, and not merely relying on others to overcome obstacles. For a software engineer, this could mean identifying a complex bug that everyone else found too challenging and diving deep into the code base to find a solution, even if it wasn't part of your assigned tasks. A software development manager might discuss a time they led a team through a challenging project phase, ensuring that everyone was aligned, obstacles were addressed promptly, and resources were allocated correctly to keep the project on track. Embracing accountability. Your story should reflect how you owned up to errors, took steps to rectify them, and inspired your team to take similar ownership. Avoid scenarios showing blame shifting. For instance, as a team lead, when a release introduced a bug, you might have accepted responsibility, fixed it, and then led a session on lessons learned. Proactive improvement. You should demonstrate how you've actively made improvements or suggested changes beyond your primary role. Avoid scenarios where you prioritize short-term team successes. For a software engineer, perhaps it was optimizing a part of the code not initially assigned to you because you recognized its impact on overall performance. Strategic risk-taking. Your scenario should highlight when you made decisions considering the future outcomes, risks involved, and how you plan to address them. Avoid portraying situations where you avoided making challenging decisions. For example, as a product manager, you might have faced a decision between adding a highly requested feature, which came with certain future challenges, and a safer option with less impact. Demonstrating ownership would mean choosing the option that best aligns with the company's long-term goals and values, even if it means tackling those challenges head-on. Here's a refined example of a software development manager showcasing ownership through strategic risk-taking. We've separated and color-coded situation, task, action, and result for better clarity. Before we talk about this example, please note that this is a fictional illustration meant to indicate the concept of ownership. It does not contain all the details you'd encounter in a real-life scenario, and you should be prepared to discuss such details in an actual interview. Here, the software development manager was confronted with a significant challenge mid-migration. Rather than proceeding with potential risks, the manager prioritized system and data security, even at the cost of immediate progress and potential backlash. This decision embodies the strategic risk-taking aspect of ownership, underlining the weight given to long-term security and stakeholder trust over short-term milestones. Ownership isn't just a keyword for an interview, it's a mindset that can fundamentally shape the course of your career. In an interview, it demonstrates your proactive approach, accountability, and forward thinking. But in the real job, it transforms how you engage with challenges, uplift your team, and drive the company's vision. Remember, true ownership is about both taking initiative in the present and paving the way for a successful future. Embrace it, exemplify it, and you'll stand out not just in interviews, but in every role you undertake. How do you effectively prepare for the behavioral interviews? At TechMockInterview.com, there are several avenues to ensure you're not only prepared, but also confident and articulate. Let's dive into some of these preparation methods. Our blog. TechMock Interview blog not only contains valuable materials dedicated to behavioral interview preparation, but there's also a 3-part series specifically centered on Amazon leadership principles. This will provide in-depth knowledge and examples to guide you. Mock interviews. Consider booking a mock interview session at techmockinterview.com. The platform boasts a diverse selection of professional interviewers from top tech companies. Engaging in these simulated interview scenarios can help identify both your strengths and areas for improvement. This real-time feedback from industry experts is invaluable for interview preparation. Focused mentorship. If you're seeking guidance tailored to particular areas, such as discussing past experiences more effectively or crafting impactful responses, consider mentorship sessions on techmockinterview.com. A dedicated mentor can provide targeted insights and actionable advice, ensuring you make the most of your preparation time. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the TechMock Interview channel to watch more related videos about interview preparation and career growth.